Well, good morning to you and welcome to our daily Timothy time. My name is Carl. I'm from Pure Bible Study here in Trondheim in Norway. And this is episode 205 already. And it's Friday, 12th of February, 2021. And we're going to be continuing our read in the book of Daniel. Before I do that, I just want to some announcements. This weekend, the Daniel lesson will be out. If you've been tracking with that, I hope it's been some value to you. If you are not aware of it, each and every week we are currently studying the book of Daniel. And it's a wonderful book to study, especially in the times we're living now. And we've just started the book, so if you just want to join us, hey, it's still early days. Welcome into that. Anyway, let's carry on reading. Last time we read together, we got down to Daniel chapter 6, and we got to verse 4. So we're going to continue reading from verse 5. Great chapter. Chapter 6 it's the lion's den chapter, if you can remember that from your Sunday school all those years ago. There's a lot more going on in this chapter, but we will discuss it when we study it out. So let's get into the read. Then said these men, "We shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God." Just look at how they. I just want to bring this up for your attention just in this read. It says there, then said these men, "We shall not find any occasion against this Daniel." You know, that when I read that and I say this Daniel, they're making a spectacle of the guy, an object of him. You know, and we read right back in chapter 1 that Daniel wasn't going to. Daniel lived a separate life. He wasn't a part of that religious system. He purposed in his heart he wasn't going to be. So of course he stood out, and of course he was above par. Of course. Anyway, let's carry on reading. That was just a little sideline there. Verse 6. Then these presidents and princes assembled together to the king and said thus unto him, "King Darius, live forever. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes and the counselors and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing that it be not changed, according to the law of the Medes and the Persians, which altereth not." It goes on down to say in verse 9, "Wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being opened in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God, as he did aforetime. Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God. Then they came near and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed a decree that every man that shall ask a petition of any god or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions?" The king answered and said, "The thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not." Then answered they and said before the king, "That Daniel," you see, that Daniel, it's like a mother-in-law, "that husband of yours." Now say that lightheartedly, okay? Then they answered and said before the king, that Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regardeth not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petitions 3 times a day. Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored till the going down of the sun to deliver him. Folks, that's all we got time for today. I hope you're enjoying the read. If you do have time today, just carry on reading a bit more and try to get into the book of Daniel. We're going to meet up again Sunday morning. Well, Sunday sometime. We're going to connect up with a lesson on Daniel. Other than that, we'll get back Monday morning with Romans chapter 1, verse 1. Look forward to spending some time with you with that verse. Till then, Maranatha.